Hello, guys. My name is Ekato Christian Saze. You are welcome to the Real Talks Nigeria. Remember, we'll be doing a series on the 64 ways of making money in Nigeria. And we've talked about goal setting, relationship, opportunity, working with wise people, the need for talent, and the need for having the right habits. Today, we are looking at the 13th out of the 64 ways of making money. Now, the 13th ways, the need for you to create the right environment. Remember, there is a saying that your environment determines what you become. Your environment determines the kind of seed that can produce either wealth or poverty. Why are some people poor? Their environment matters. Why are some people, you know, um, easily gravitated towards crime? Perhaps they grew up in a crime-infested environment. Why are some people never scared of lack and want? Perhaps they grew up in a wealth or rich environment. So now, let us talk about three environments that I believe would enable you to be in the right mindset when it comes to making money. The first environment is the thinking environment. All right, if you are from an environment of you have a background where most of the people there are intellectuals, you know fully well that the bulk of the wealth that is able to come out of the environment is the product of the right thinking. Think about it. If you are from an environment where all you have to do, wake up in the morning, go to the farm, or go to the stream to fetch water, little effort is needed or required to create wealth. All you have to do, just almost like a routine, it's predictable. You wake up in the morning, you sweep the compound, you brush your teeth with stick or whatever it is, and then you go to the stream to fetch water. And then once you get back home, either you go to school or you go to the farm. Compared to somebody who wakes up in the morning, maybe after the family prayer, the father or the mother will on the television while the child is being prepared for school, cartoon is playing in the background. You cannot compare that child with a child who has to go to the stream every day. So, if you create a thinking environment, it's likely to produce children who would grow up with that same kind of mindset. In short, they would like to replicate that kind of environment. The environment I grew up in is an environment where, um, you know, there's library in the house, all right, and I had personal teachers who teach me math and who teach me English, you know. So it was highly, for me, it's a privileged environment. Now, compare my own environment to that of my child who wakes up in the morning, he has the TV on for him while the mother is preparing food. The young man is watching cartoon, and then before you know it, you hear the blast of the horn downstairs, mean that his vehicle, his bus for school has come. I didn't have the opportunity of bus going to school. In short, the guy even tells me that there's air conditioning in his bus and everything. So his word is better than my word. So the possibility of him being richer than me is there. All right. So in my home as well too, I have library at home. So I have a literate environment. In short, my son told me that one of the things he likes about me is that even at my age, I still read. That he sees me reading. He said he knows I'm not pretending. So you see, so it will be easy for him to become wealthier and richer than myself. And then the second environment I believe that everyone who intends to create wealth should have is the decision environment. That is where once you have made up your mind on what to do, if you've thought through it, the next action to take is the decision. Because if you're not a decisive person, the possibility of being able to create wealth is remote. And people think that decision making is very easy. Decision making is not easy. For you to decide not just what to wear or the means of transportation. You know, take for instance, if you're a businessman, there's a need for you to juggle um, your materials, your machine, your money, and then the method that you use in doing your business. So, um, for you to be able to decide the individual that is to carry out a particular assignment, it is not as easy as you think, because making the wrong decision on who to manage your, take for instance, the imported raw materials, it can create a lot of waste, you know, because the cost of procuring materials and the cost of um, knowing the machine that is to use those materials can create industrial disaster when you have the wrong person making decision as to men, money, machines, and methods. So it's extremely important that the decision-making environment is friendly, is creative, and it is productive. So people should not be allowed to work under duress or harsh working conditions. And then, of course, it is the last for this series, but it's not the last in the kind of environment you should have. Is a productive environment. In short, I always say that um, if your people are not productive, it would show in the quality of products and services that you render to the general public. Remember that quality is extremely important in making money, because the money that people bring to buy your goods and services is actually an exchange for value. And remember, we have said in this series that money is a store of value, and then money is a medium of exchange. So if your people are not productive, you will not be able to produce the kind of goods and services that people are willing to exchange their money for. Especially the way things are right now in Nigeria, whereby money is scarce, foreign currency is scarce, oil and gas is no longer producing cheap money for government. There is tight fiscal monetary policy, and everybody is doing their best to make sure they survive the current um, economic reality that we are faced with in Nigeria. Like I said, your environment determines the kind of seed that can produce wealth or poverty in your environment. So, um, just go through the other series. Remember, we have a playlist. Okay, click on the playlist 64 ways to make money, and then you can go through the process all over again. And we've talked about the need to set goals, the need to build relationships, the need to look out for opportunities, the need to work with people who have similar mindsets, all right, and then the need to invest in your talents and the right technology, because without technology, it will be hard for you to make 1 naira, 2 naira. I hope you have learned something today. So until we come your way again, I encourage you to like this video, subscribe to this channel, share this video, and then of course you can place your comment on the comment section. If there are ways you think one can make money in this country that we have not talked about, feel free to put such things on the comment section. Until we come your way again, my name is Ehato Christian Usaze. Don't forget, you can be 10 times better. God bless you. Ciao.